2014, weeks 5 and 6. The first thing I did was separate all of my February photos by week and then arrange them in their page protectors. Then I grabbed my 3x4 cards and started placing those. Once I felt solid with that placement, I grabbed my 4x6 cards, took a peek through those, and figured out where everything would go. I wanted to take a peek through my stamp sets again because my goal for this year is to actually use all of my stamps and not just hoard them. So I wanted to get an overview and see kind of what I had. I found these Noah stamps and I knew I wanted to use those for one of my weekdays. So I grabbed some 4x6 cards to look for a more solid background, found this yellow paper, and I ended up using that on the blue card. I grabbed the Color Theory Flamingo ink for these and a scratch piece of paper. First thing I did was just ink up the letter, stamp it on the scratch piece of paper, and then I transferred it over to the yellow sheet. When I was done, I trimmed it up with a small paper trimmer, keeping it to a pretty close edge since I kept it pretty close on the bottom. Since I was on a roll titling one week, I wanted to do the previous, so I grabbed these teal glitter alphas from Heidi Swap. It was part of the Roman Ladder add-on, and I used my cellophane trick to line everything up so I would make sure everything was centered. Now it was time to start using some other stamps. So I grabbed this stamp from the Roman Ladder add-on that says Date Night, the Flamingo Color Theory ink again, and I stamped it on this photo where we had a little date night. I grabbed the Foodie stamps by Kelly Purkey to stamp onto this food adventure. Very fitting stamp. I switched over to my compact stamp press because when stamping onto the photos, I felt like it was sliding a little when I was just using my ink block. So I wanted to be able to get a good firm press on it without any shaking so the ink wouldn't shift at all when I was stamping onto the matte photo. Then I grabbed this Ali Edwards How We Roll stamp from the Gather Story series and stamped it onto this card that says Me and You, and then I added a little bit of journaling to that card. With my pen already out, I grabbed the This Happened journal card and added a little more story to the photo of me all bundled up, how the weather was cold. I write very much the way that I speak, so I was a little casual with the writing of this card. I grabbed some leftovers from that yellow card that I used to title week 6, so I could write onto that blue geometric pattern, but you would still be able to see all the writing clearly. And it also gave me this nice triangle of yellow. For this yellow card, I wasn't quite sure how I wanted the spacing to be, so I wrote things out on a scrap piece of paper. I just kind of centered it and made it a bit more bold, but I wanted to leave room for an arrow, so I kept that in mind. So the date night photo was the Lego movie, and that star paint card didn't really have anything to do with the other photo, so I moved this over and I grabbed my teal sticker alphas again because another one of my things is use it or lose it. I really want to use the things that are coming in my kit and not just hoarding them, so I'm really forcing myself to use them and use all of those E's, but I wanted to make a little card here that said everything is awesome. Because I made kind of a big bold card with some alphas on the right side, I wanted to do the same on the left. Then I started to grab all of my embellishments to start to assemble the card, just looking through everything, seeing what I can use. I also threw down this big acrylic heart from the Ellie Edwards kit. I looked back to the Gather stamp set and realized it was all about collections, and I had a photo of this little collection of Vinylmation on my desk. So I grabbed my stamp set again and added this little tag to it. I then grabbed these chipboard stickers. I found 3 places to put them, not quite a triangle, but it worked. I grabbed 3 little embellishments from the mixed bag. I love buttons. I have a box just dedicated to them, so the Roman Ladder kit came with them. I was not going to shy away from them. I used 3 on this page, and I planned on saving 3 for the other. I opened up the bag of sequins, reached for 3 wood veneer pieces. Then I grabbed my finishing touches box to add a little bit more yellow to this week 5 card and some icy like enamel dots and gems to the cold card. From here, I was ready to start adhering everything down. I moved all of my adhesives into a little box, so I have everything all in one place. It makes it really nice and handy. Any adhesive I'm looking for, it'll be there. And just like that, the page was all finished. Really love the way that this page came together. It's so bright and fun and really just makes me smile.